I've been a huge fan of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book series since I was an older kid, and the humor is super duper funny when reading the older books for the very first time. Junior Stardust here, and today's topic I am going to be talking about why Susan Heffley, also known as Greg's mom, is the worst Diary of a Wimpy Kid character ever. Now let's go over to the worst things that she has done so far that made a lot of Wimpy Kid fans hate everything about her. In the second book, Roderick Rules, when Greg has time to play video games, he turns on his game console by pressing the disk drive button. Then when the disk drive opens up, Greg was shocked that there was a big chocolate chip cookie on it and finds out that it was his little buck-toothed alligator brother, Manny, all along. Then when Susan has heard what was going on, Greg tells Susan about what Manny did. So guess what? She defends Manny for stuffing the cookie in Greg's game console just seconds until Manny tells Greg that he's only 3 years old. Well, to be honest right here, it is never okay to defend a small child for defending something bad to whatever item that belongs to its older sibling. She should have given Manny a big huge timeout or ground him for 2 weeks. That's a good way to punish him. And yes, we are aware that she doesn't want to make Manny cry, which is true. Third book, The Last Straw, Susan arrives at Greg's class and tells him that he forgot his lunch or his backpack or sweater, which made his classmates laugh, including his ex-girlfriend, Holly. Greg didn't like that when he started to feel embarrassed and humiliated and starts to think that she's trying to ruin his life as a preteen. But in real life, whenever someone's mom comes inside at a classroom and tells her son or daughter that they forgot something, a lot of students don't laugh about it. Susan should have stopped by at the main office so she can tell someone to have Greg come over to the main office. It's way better than heading over to a classroom that your grown kid goes to. Another thing that Susan did so far was that she started trash talking Greg over the phone with her friends. So that is just rude and very disrespectful. She is such a hypocrite in that one. Fourth book, Dog Days. After Greg and Roderick both got fishes from the pet store, Greg always feeds his fish 3 times a day. But as for Roderick, he doesn't. When Susan saw the dirty water that's in Roderick's fishbowl, she dumps Roderick's fish into Greg's fishbowl without cleaning it or buying another one. Then when Greg came back home from the water park, his fish was gone. Yeah, Susan is responsible for the death of the fish. Fifth book, The Ugly Truth. Greg comes home from school and places his egg that he brought from his health class on the refrigerator shelf. And then the next morning when Susan started cooking eggs, she grabs the egg and made it into a scrambled egg for breakfast. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, she should have told Greg why the egg is not in the egg section, or Greg should have told her that he's using the egg for his health class. So she puts the scrambled egg on the Ziploc bag and hands it over to Greg so he can show it to his health class teacher before getting an F for not taking care of the egg. Seventh book, The Third Wheel. Greg borrows Frank's leather jacket with permission so he can wear it to school. But as for Susan, she didn't like the idea because she said that the jacket that Frank purchased is too expensive and can get damaged, like getting stains on it. So he had to end up giving her the jacket, and she gave him the winter coat. And when Greg walks home with Rowley, a lot of students were teasing on him like always. Ninth book, The Long Haul. She gave Greg and Roderick some math flashcards during the road trip, which is the worst idea ever. They know how to add, subtract, and multiply. She should have just bring them books to read or stop by at the bargain store to buy crossword puzzles. That's an excellent choice right here. And lastly, 10th book, Old School. Susan sees a lot of people being on their phones, tablets, and laptops when they're not doing anything important, like cleaning up the mess inside their homes and cooking their own food. So she decided that she's able to get her electronics free weekend passed in the town hall, which means that people cannot use any electronics. Yeah, no joke. So what is this? Is she trying to be like the people from Ad Council? Kind of, because of the get up and play an hour a day commercials. I am pretty sure you guys remember those commercials from back in the mid and late 2000s, especially Discover the Forest. Sure, there are parents out there who start asking their grown kids to do something different, like read a book or a magazine, going for a walk to get some fresh air, or inviting a friend over to play basketball, Pokemon cards, dominoes, Jenga, or bingo. Although a lot of people in my age are not more into Pokemon cards anymore, not because that they're too old for Pokemon, like the cartoons, toys, action figures, anime books, and the old video games for the Nintendo DS, but they're more into focusing on their important lives they're having, like studying at college and working at their full-time jobs. So in conclusion, Susan Heffley is the worst Diary of a Wimpy Kid character. Although she didn't mean to do all these things on purpose, she's just trying to be nice and kind to everyone, especially her family, and trying to help. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified whenever new videos get uploaded right away. And I will see you all in the next video.